Welcome in everybody, we have another evolution video for you today, and today we're going to actually be evolving a shiny Rellor that I recently caught. If you're watching any of the shiny reactions on the channel, you'll see that I just caught this shiny Rellor pretty recently, and today we're going to be evolving it because this evolution is a little bit more difficult. I've seen some ways that you can kind of maybe cheese it a little bit, and I'll talk about those, but we're going to show you how I first did it, the main area where I went to do it, and then some areas where you can cheese it. So without further ado, we're going to jump in, evolve this shiny Rellor, and we'll talk about it. But real quick, subscribe if you're new. Really appreciate it. It really helps the channel. And like the video if you found it helpful. Now, without further ado, let's evolve Rellor. So here I am. I have my shiny Rellor, which is currently sleeping. What I did for mine was I actually came back here to the professor's lab, and there's this battle area here. And in order to evolve Rellor, you just have to take a bunch of steps with it while it's out of its Pokeball. So you can just run around using, just use it for the auto battles, whatever you decide to do. But the whole goal is just for it to take steps while out of the Pokeball. So just running around, using the Rellor, collecting items, battling Pokemon, whatever you want to do. The one area where I've seen people actually able to cheese it a little bit is if you fly up here to North Province Area 2. We'll fly up here real quick. What you can actually do is if you send a Rellor out and then you jump on top of the Pokemon Center, it will actually keep running circles beneath you. So we'll send our Rellor out. I'm going to try to get up here real quick. And then if we jump here on the Pokemon Center, try to stay near the edge, you can see, see if he's going to do it. He'll actually just run in circles right underneath you, just like that. This counts as him getting his steps. And then you could, if you get him running in circles, you can just AFK. Come back later, because it has to take 1,000 steps. So it can definitely take a while. And this is just one of the areas where I was able to cheese it a little bit. There's a gimmickle coin up here if you didn't already collect that. But yeah, you can see Rellor taking his steps down there. It'll go for a while because again, 1,000 steps, it's going to take a while. If you want to periodically check how many steps it's taken, you can just throw a candy on it. Because once it takes 1,000 steps, you do have to level it up. So we'll just throw a rare candy. Didn't evolve. It needs more steps. So we'll let it run around a little bit. I'm going to cheese a little bit just to help you guys out and show you that this actually works. I didn't take many steps with it. I just caught this as shown in my shiny reaction video on the channel. So it's a relatively new catch. Haven't walked much with it. We're going to let it get its 1,000 steps here at this Pokemon Center. If you do notice that he stops, just adjust a little bit, as you saw me do whenever I first saw it stop. And it'll just keep going. Alright, now that we've given Rellor some more time, let's try another candy and see. Nope, still not yet. Now, if you're still having not good luck, because this is the same kind of thing I ran into whenever I did mine, and that's why I flew back to the beginning, and I ended up just running the circles myself, because they say you can cheese it that way. I'm not convinced that it actually works. So, I ended up doing mine manually. And we'll bring out Rellor here. Oh, we moved too fast. Gotta make sure Rellor stays out. Nope, still too fast. Rellor just needs to keep up. So we'll head back behind the lab. This is just where I chose to do it. I know there's not any wild Pokemon around. Don't have to worry about running into anything, if you're running around in a city. You just run back down here to the beach where they have the little battlefield. And you can just run your circles, no problem. And again, I went too fast. Rellor is a little slower. It is just a little bug rolling around a ball. So it makes sense that it would be a little slower, but... And then here you can just run circles. If you're running the circles, you shouldn't have to worry about it going back into the Pokeball because it should never be too far from you unless you're doing, you know, huge giant circles. But we'll see if those other ones counted. We'll run it in a little bit of a circle here for a minute, and then we'll throw our candy on it and see if it did count those ones from sitting at the Pokemon Center. I know 1,000 is a lot of steps. I'm not sure how many steps it was actually getting in while we were standing up there. But after about 15 minutes, it still did not have enough steps. So we'll just go ahead and run this circle. We'll check. If we go into the bag, just where I candy it. There we go. So it did count. I could have just waited a little bit longer. I ended up flying back here, running some circles just to be safe. And now Rellor is evolving. There you have it. Rellor has evolved into Rabsca. I like that it's all gold. Revival Blessing is the signature move that it gets. Not worried about it. But again, yeah, Rellor takes a while. We have some other evolutions that are similar. And there we have it. Look at that shiny. Oh, got too close. There it is. But that is how you evolve Shiny Rellor. Again, it is 1,000 steps. I cheesed most of it, came here, ran a few circles. We were that close if we could have just waited a little bit longer. But after, you know, the 15 plus minutes, I was like, okay, let's just go and do this manually, see if that makes a difference. I don't know that it really did. You probably could have just waited a little bit longer. It still would have evolved. But that gives us the evolution for Rellor. Again, I hope you guys found this video helpful and gave you a little area where you can go and cheese the steps if you want to. Again, you just AFK. Like I said, probably about 20 minutes it would take to get all of the steps needed. I was a little impatient, so I came back here. We were close. We were able to guarantee it was getting bigger steps because a lot of those circles are pretty small. So I don't know how many steps it was really taking. If you're new, you like the video, be sure to subscribe. It really helps a lot to support the channel. And as I said before, like the video if you found it helpful. We have more evolutions that we're going to be covering. That's why you need to subscribe so you can stay up to date on all those. We'll be covering any new Pokemon news we'll be getting. Hopefully we'll be getting Pokemon Home soon and, you know, some DLC information before too long. So make sure you subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.